going to be something in this world. And, that's a real broad statement. Ain't really anybody can say that. However, I really think I'm going to make an impact in this world, whether that be small or big. I just want to be known for something. And, I really think a lot of that has to do with my past and where I was brought up with. And that really affected, my present and how I am today. And, if I think, how it went in my past and present, I think it's also going to go the same for my future as well, because everything I believe happens for a reason. But to really start everything off, I have to go back to when I was brought up, where I was born in a real small town called Pampa, Texas. If you're familiar with the Texas Panhandle, it's real near Amarillo, Texas, and Lubbock. But I moved to Amarillo when I was about 9 months old, and that's when I really started my childhood, when I was really brought up with basketball. My whole family played basketball. That was just who we were. My dad, my grandpa, my uncles, aunties, my grandmother, everybody played basketball, and naturally, I was brought up with that as well. And I'm really thankful for that because it really helped me learn all the life lessons. When I was young, I just thought of it as basketball lessons, such as like work ethic, teamwork, being a leader, those kind of things. You really get drilled into you. When you're young, you don't think about it. It didn't really hit me until real recent that those kind of things follow you for the rest of your life, and those lessons. So I'm real glad I learned that at a young age because I really think it's made me a lot of who I am today. The other thing that really, affected me heavily was, the unfortunate divorce of my parents. It happened when I was about in the 5th grade, and unfortunately I had to move about 8 hours away to San Antonio, Texas. And, and it may sound, a little weird. However, I'm real, in a way, thankful that it did happen because I wouldn't be in the situation I am today. And, of course, going through it, it felt horrible. I didn't want this to happen, but unfortunately it did. But I think I made the best out of a bad situation. Because if it wasn't for me moving from Amarillo to San Antonio, and I wouldn't have attended the high school I went to, which is Communications Arts High School. And that high school really, really brought me up to, the college level, because that's a magnet school, and it really taught me a lot of how college is, So again, really thankful that, I got to go to Communications Arts High School, and it led me to where I am right now, which is at UTSA. And my major is communications with an emphasis in digital communications. And as of right now, I am considered a sophomore, despite this being my first year in college. So again, I have to really thank Communications Arts High School for helping me with that. I took a lot of dual credit classes. But to build off of that, I really feel like my major is going to help me in two different careers that I've looked at. And so one being video production and one being real estate. And now those kind of may seem a little opposite of the spectrum. However, I really think my major can really help me attain both of those dreams, really. As I can see myself, working with people on a day-to-day basis, with real estate and everything, selling houses. And I feel like that's a real, everybody's gonna need a house, that's not gonna go out of business. But however, the other one's more of a dream, which is, video production. And I've already made little strides here and there for both of those. I've researched what you have to do to become a real estate agent and what you have to do to become, real into video production, whether it being on camera, behind the camera, it's just kind of the things I've really looked at. However, I really think that I can excel in both of those careers, with my communications major. But to really wrap everything up, again, I'm just, really thankful of all the opportunities I've had growing up, and everything wasn't sunshine and rainbows. However, it was my childhood and my life, and I really enjoyed a lot of it. And again, I think everything happens for a reason. There was some unfortunate events. However, in those kind of cases, you really just need to make the best out of those situations, which I feel like I was able to. And that's led me to where I am today. And hopefully what I can do today will lead me to a really good future. Thank you.
That's good.
All right, show y'all. Still there? Okay.